We're going.
Good luck.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a LongWalker Woke Wednesday. Apparently, there's quite the lineup that we have set up for tonight. This might be a little over an hour on this one, so.
This came up from a recommended video from, I don't know if it was your page or my page, but it was one of the recommended videos.
You hear it from Daughter of Otten
Yep.
firsthand. So let's see what she has in store. I need my chat open too.
Your Chad?
Chat.
I'm like, you have your own Chad now?
So I can make sure that if anybody's saying anything.
Chad, bring me messages.
My name is Asa. I am 6 years old, and I do drag.
Asa is a baby drag queen. He performs at drag shows as Lulu Lovely Twirls.
Lulu.
Kids should never go to a drag show, let alone participate in one. I'm all for kids doing what they want at home, dressing up, dancing, whatever. Express yourself. I mean, that's what kids do. But for parents to be facilitating this and helping the kid do this is just downright disgusting.
Lovely twirls.
He started doing this 4, 5, now 6 years old. He is by far the youngest performer we've seen.
There's even adult performers that sometimes we can outperform.
Also, I put another one on here that we didn't plan on doing, but I had watched some of it. And the woman talks about the TikTok platform and how there's pedophiles that do code on TikTok. And I mean, this is what they would love to see. They would go nuts over this stuff. And I mean, come on, why help them? That's all these parents are doing. They don't know it, but they are.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is the next RuPaul. At first, I was terrified. You never really know what people's reactions are gonna be.
What do you think the biggest misconception of Asa and what he's doing is?
Well, I think there's a few. People who don't like what we believe can sometimes be violent. People want to cause harm to our family, like legit harm.
We're getting death threats.
I mean, come on. Like, what they're doing isn't harming their own family? That's where you have to step up and realize what's going on. Just saying.
Horrible things being said.
That there was a child stripping.
And dancing provocatively.
Calling us groomers, pedophiles.
Child Protective Services was called on us.
And then the anti-drag bill.
This is an activity that is exploiting children.
We had a child that would be directly affected by this law. Asa whispered in my ear, "Can I testify?" I still wasn't sure where I was at with him performing drag at that point.
No.
I said, "Are you sure you want to speak?"
Of course.
It's like he was born to do this.
I mean, come on. Of course a kid is going to go along with this stuff. They're getting all the attention that they could hope for. I mean, they're going to, but it's no place.
This is kind of crazy. The stuff that I found, the stuff that even I found after this, that they're just trying to normalize, is really kind of crazy. It's like it's a whole new side to the woke ideology and the Western slip.
Yes.
It's interesting, and it's like I like ballet, Tristan used to do dance, and there's like strength and art in this, but there's like literally no art in what these kids are doing because they just really don't know what they're doing.
No, they don't. They don't at all.
Listen, can we put a little mic on here? Tell us, what are we about to see?
A tour of my room. I made this at somebody's birthday party. It's a popsicle. He's saying my name. I think 11. Her nickname is Drag Bear. And it looks like she has makeup on. Here's my Barbie house. Here's Townsville.
What's Townsville from?
Powerpuff Girls. The mayor's tower, which has the pride flag.
Who made this for you?
My dad.
I would consider our family to be a traditional family.
Can we go traditional?
Traditional family?
I look bad with that coat.
Do you remember that picture?
Was it when I became the drag queen?
They all do different sports. They all have their activities that they do, but we have a child that's interested in something that's maybe not.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, just watch the way that the father is sitting. I mean, for anybody that doesn't know even the slightest bit of it, it's like you can tell that he's gay.
He's at least extraordinarily effeminate and
Yes.
at least like the biggest simp on the planet. But yeah, I'm getting very strong gay vibes.
Yeah.
For sure.
As traditional.
Asa refers to himself as a drag queen. He does it very proudly. He performs at drag shows as Lulu Lovely Twirls. He puts together and produces his own numbers for drag shows. What do you like about drag?
Getting to meet the drag queens and performing. Dancing.
Do you want to practice?
Yes.
Asa, this is going to be the front.
If I walk right here, I'm off the stage, right?
Pretend this is where people are sitting.
First, I find a song, and I'm like, oh, I could dance to this. I'm like, I'm going to do this at this part, that at that part, that at that part.
I am in awe constantly with the fact that he can just maneuver and work the stage on a dime. It's something innate within him. Okay.
I actually like holding the splits.
All right, good job. You feel good about it? Anything else you're concerned about that you want to talk about?
No.
One of Asa's favorite pastimes since he was a toddler was dancing.
He would watch a lot of Kids Bop videos, and then we noticed that he's trying to do the dances that they're doing in the music videos.
I would say the real conversation.
I mean, I loved dancing as a kid. I still do it. That doesn't mean that you have to go to drag shows.
Yes, I mean it's a big leap, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
Just from like, oh, it's like he's dancing just like the kids on the television, and it's like, yeah, but I mean, like, I used to watch Fraggle Rock, and I used to watch Labyrinth, and you know there was
Exactly.
David Bowie looking all wild and stuff, and I was like, I never felt the need to go and become a drag,
Never.
you know. It's like it's getting to the good part now.
Great.
It's good here.
About drag started the first time that he went to Pride with us.
The first time that we took any of our kids to Pride, Asa was 4. We thought it would be a good way to bring our kids in and let them see.
Again, and I stand firmly on this one, they should not be at pride parades. No kid, at least until they're 16, 17, maybe, should they be at any of these events. There is no reason. They try to say that they're adult friendly, or they're friendly, you know, and it's child friendly and all this, whatever. I don't care. They should not be. I heard it best from another guy that we watched earlier, and he was saying that, you know, they get traumatized. They can get traumas up to the age of 16, 17 for any of this. I mean, the wrong thing, and the kid is screwed. So, I mean, you have to be smart with your kids, not chance it.
And they're about to say that they wanted to take him to this Pride event because they wanted them to expose their kids to other cultural stimulants and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so you're taking him to the Pride, but like I was talking to you in private earlier, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
Are they taking him to powwows? Are they taking him
Exactly.
to, like, you know, Diwali, Hindu things? You know, are they taking him to any other kind of cultural experience
Hell no.
besides whatever, you know, what I said
Yeah.
earlier, you know, but besides that, you know, it's like,
Oh, no, they're not.
they're not. They're just taking because it's bright and it's shiny and it's fun and love is love, but it isn't
Yeah.
love.
It's
just,
not.
It's just excess. And
Yeah.
It's just perversion.
It is.
So,
The diversity of the world around us. The music came on for the main stage. Asa was like, what's that music? I want to know, and grabbed me by the hand, and there was a drag performance going on. He's just sat there kind of watching in awe, and he turned to me and said, could I do that? And I was still kind of new to the concept of.
He had that awestruck look at the Tom Petty concert when he heard
Yeah.
these chords of the guitar and everything, but it didn't make him run out and become a guitar player.
No, it didn't.
You know, he was just like enamored by the art of it. It doesn't mean that just because a kid is just like, oh my god, you know.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that there's like a connect. I don't know. It doesn't mean that should be doing that at all.
No.
Like get into arts, get into performance arts, and then you can
Exactly.
grow up, and then by then you'll be a really good drag queen because you actually have performance arts underneath your belt instead of just
Yes.
flailing around on stage and acting like a fool and everybody getting off on it. You know, it's like, don't tell me there isn't a sexual element.
Oh, there is, and that's the problem. There's pedophiles out there that are loving it.
Yeah.
The parents will do this.
They'll take the content, they'll twist the content, they'll sell the content.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just disgusting.
And later on, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna bring Guru into the conversation to talk about some stuff.
What?
So we'll get his perspective on all this too.
The LGBTQ community. I'd never really been exposed to it, never been around it. I kind of grew up where everybody would say, oh, that's gay, referring to something they didn't like. For me, it was, at that point, still pretty uncomfortable to think about.
Appropriate for him to do is the one where the kids meet the trans, I think.
Okay.
Not the trans, excuse me, the drag.
Sounds good. And no. That guy heard that's gay, that's gay, that's gay, but it's because they're calling him that. That's what he didn't understand.
Right.
I'll talk about, I'm all about our family being allies, but it never occurred to me that we'd be a part of that community at this point in our lives.
Following that, for the next year, Asa was just obsessed with drag. And so the conversations led to, would Asa ever want to wear a dress? The first dress he owned would have been the Barbie nightgown. He said to me one day, I am going to go put on my dress and I am going to sing and you are going to video me and put me on Facebook so everybody can give me likes. And I said, okay.
No, you do not say, okay, laugh, laugh. No, you say, no, that is not appropriate for a kid to be put onto a platform. And especially since this kid is now in the attention-seeking mode. It's like, oh, I want my likes. I want likes. No, it is not appropriate for a kid.
Dopamine hit, you know?
Yes.
And that's the video that really kind of spurred this journey then, because I shared that video and that's how we got invited to the first brunch. That just led us to subsequent invitations. After that first time, he fell in love with it. There's no turning back. Now we almost have one performance a month that Lulu gets to do.
My drag name is Lulu Lovely Twirls. When we were in the car, we were trying to think of a name. I said Twirls. Mom said Lulu. And then I said Lulu Lovely Twirls.
Is there any difference between Asa and Lulu Lovely Twirls?
No, they're pretty much the same person.
Would you consider yourself a boy or a girl or what right now?
Boy.
Do you like being a boy all the time or some of the time?
Some of the time.
What about when you're Lulu? What are your pronouns?
She and they.
Do you want to give them a tour of your closet?
Yes. This is where all of my dresses go. Wigs, stuff to get ready.
His very first ever one was this one. When he was like, nope, I want to do it again, and drag's going to be a thing. That's when I started getting the costumes.
These are the fish tights that I'm wearing.
What do we have up here?
My wiggies.
Yep, all your little wiggies for all your different outfits. The wigs in general are for adults. We generally, when we have those, need some help with that.
If my hair gets in my face, I won't see. I might step on my dress and fall. They cut my hair.
Asa's the absolute youngest that I've ever heard of or like anything like that before. So at first I was terrified because we do live in the Midwest. You never really know what people's reactions are gonna be. But after working with Asa, getting to know Asa a little bit better, Asa was worth fighting for.
Why is the green strap way longer than this strap?
Is it still longer for you?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for telling me. You know, they always say never work with drag queens.
was a year after their first performance. I took him to go perform. It was an amazing performance.
And then just a couple days later,
I opened up a link, and it was a post from Libs of TikTok of Ace's performance that they had screen grabbed from somebody else. Libs of TikTok is conservative. I just go, oh fuck, Aaron, I don't know what we're gonna do.
by the time we had seen it, it hadn't even been up for 24 hours yet. It had 500,000 views.
It eventually went viral.
Comments on it
Yeah.
were just crazy. There are plenty of
Yes, because that's what happens when you go on to the internet and when you allow your kid to be doing this stuff. It's going to go viral. It's going to get hits and get seen. So,
the internet is divided
yes.
on their opinions of it. And I don't know how they were trying to be covert and sneak around when they were in public going to these groups, being invited to events.
Exactly.
I mean, somebody's gonna see it.
Yes.
Especially when they live in some small section of the country, I guess, where this is not widely accepted.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't sound like California. You know?
No, it doesn't. They said Midwest or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
people out there calling us groomers, pedophiles.
Horrible things being said about us.
Right.
They were adding the governor, adding the FBI.
We were getting death threats.
Initially, we tried to be very secretive because we knew living where we live that there could be controversy.
Let's go check on the chickens.
Yes. There's 2 eggs. There's chicken eggs.
We are smack dab in the middle of the United States in Omaha, Nebraska,
There. It's chicken food, guys.
which is a red state. But being here in Omaha, we are the blue dot.
This is fun. Ow! He nicked me.
We have to warn him that there might be people here that are saying
And he sounds like a normal kid there. You know, he should be doing more stuff like that, more outdoorsy stuff, more just being a kid.
Even he's running around there, they have him in a tutu.
I know.
You know, and it's like that's not really appropriate wear to have outside for any kid that's living and
No.
running around animals. It's like be reasonable. You're
Exactly.
teaching him to be really unreasonable.
Yeah.
And later on, he'll say something about how wearing these dresses and stuff makes him feel powerful. And the guy says, "Oh, I want him to feel powerful all the time. That gives me motivation." And it's like you are not supposed
yeah.
to feel that way. You're
Yeah.
supposed to have vulnerability. And it's like
Exactly.
he's letting. It's basically like the kids that used to run around holding onto a blanket all the time.
Yes.
You
The
know,
security.
The security, and
Yes.
for some reason he finds it in that, and that's exactly what I see with that. It's the same exact experience.
It is.
Wearing this stuff in inappropriate situations all the way around.
Yes.
It's like I would not let a little girl wear that tutu out there among the chickens
No.
and stuff. It's like dresses are okay, but reasonable dresses.
Imagine the nipping.
Mm-hmm. And it's just you're gonna get it all dirty. It's
Yes.
gonna get torn. You're being a big distraction. Animals are freaked out by it.
Exactly.
It's like, so they're letting him get away with this stuff in inappropriate situations all across the board.
Yeah.
mean things and just to ignore them.
Do you ever get nervous about what people might say when you're dressed as Lulu? Yeah. Would you ever want to wear a dress to school?
No,
No. Why not?
Yeah.
just don't want to. My playhouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, that shows that the kid is scared of seeing what other people would think of him, and that is not okay to have a kid be scared going out into public. You are not a good parent teaching your kid that that is okay, or that that's the way that he should be. Have anything to add?
Not really. I'm kind of saving it.
A stage where we do skits, and we have drag queen story hours so we can perform on this.
We have some neighbors that can easily see over our fence and that aren't.
They've got a stage basically. They have drag queen story time, and they have all this shit going on for
Yes.
this one child. And I know that they have at least 2 other children.
I haven't seen the other children yet.
I've seen them briefly. He was actually holding on to one and burying himself into one of the siblings. So that tells you a lot right there.
It does, yeah.
He might be coming.
If that's the case, I need you to take over for a minute because I gotta go give Jason money.
Okay. Be on standby, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
I think so. Looks like the hay guy.
Yeah, it is.
You
Okay,
can
I'll
actually-
be right back.
You can actually pause it. I'll do that for
Okay.
you. Oh, I can't pause it, so we're just gonna have to chill for a second.
I'll be right back. I just gotta hand it stuff.
Alright. That is the announcement that somebody's here.
Yep, have fun, do some stuff. I'll be right back. We'll get on with this.
There used to be a feature to pause this, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. So when our own offspring was only about the age of 5 or 6, I used to let him dye his hair. You know, when I used to dye my hair, I'd do like a little bit of like a little streak here, and and it was just the kind that you could wash out over time. Just like a pigment highlighter. And so many people like gave such a stink about that out here, and you have full on drag shows happening with children. Luckily, nobody's here, so I don't have to entertain anybody. We could do background music. Yeah. Was that from Mario Maker? Yeah. How do you do the me one? I forgot how to do the me one. No. I don't know if LongWalker's returning. I was doing background me music.
Alright, let's get this on.
Tristan helped me do like background music.
Here we go. Alright. Well, at least we got hay.
Yeah. Hey, what?
Hey. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. Let's get back to work.
Necessarily supportive.
Drag.
And so we are concerned about anything nefarious they might try to do with being able to see into our yard, our minor child doing something he loves. We're going to put a big greenhouse here eventually, which
Because I can't see over the fence.
yeah.
Start from the playhouse all the way.
Right there, ready?
If he was a girl doing these exact same things, no one would be saying anything. But because he's a boy, people want to cause harm to our family, like legit harm.
Was that fun? Good.
CPS was called on us. Child Protective Services. Someone called and thought he should be taken away from us.
Because we were
Yes, honestly, I am surprised that it was only called once on them. I mean, that is full-on child neglect because they are making bad choices for their kid.
Those are totally avoidable choices.
Yes.
It's not like it's a cultural thing. It's not like
No.
it's a religious thing. It's something that they're doing because he supposedly wants to be a performer. And I don't believe in using kids for being like a performer for anything.
Exactly.
You know, it's like until they're like the age of like 12 or so, and they can actually start having cognitive abilities on like, you know, how to handle comments.
Yes.
And how to like deal with people, then it's like they have no business being performers.
No, they don't.
letting him do drag.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, they came on his birthday, but at the same time, we were like, let them come because they're not going to find anything
those are the two
wrong.
other kids that you were
And that's
talking
when
about.
I finally got to the point where I'm like, if this is happening when we try to be covert about it, what's the point? I don't care about the threats. We're going to work with the police, we're going to make it safe, and we're going to do it anyway because they can't keep doing this to us.
We were like, we can't hide this anymore. We need to be out and we need to really show support for the community as a whole because they've been so supportive of us and our family, trying to give us spaces to perform and keep inviting us back even though their shows keep getting canceled because we're involved with it. This past legislative session, LB 371 was introduced, and it is the anti-drag bill.
Looking to ban youth at drag shows, which would be like Drag Queen Story Hour.
Get in the car.
It was very loosely worded so that it could be anything.
We had a child that was performing that would be directly affected by this law too.
We decided that we would go ahead and testify against the bill.
They introduced the bill. The senator required to explain the bill.
Bring this bill after seeing a clip of 2 drag shows that took place in Nebraska.
And as he's explaining it, I hear him reference a video that he saw on Libs of TikTok. And I look over and I'm like, that's us.
Lies about my baby.
There was a child at a brewery that was stripping.
Removing clothing and dancing.
Yes. If you go to these things and they are on the internet, they're free range for any court or any issue to use. That is what you are putting yourself through.
If you're gonna do it and you're gonna stand by it, you better know.
Yes.
You know, and it's like you can tell that there's a reservation about both the child and with the parents. That
Yes.
They know that this just isn't quite right.
Exactly.
it's
They
like,
do.
They're like where they're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like you honestly can't just put them into regular dance and performance classes for just a few more years.
Yes. I mean, that's just it. There's a lot of options out there. Dance alone is great. There's a lot of different genres within dance that kids can choose from.
Yeah, I mean, like, performing arts is pretty dang close sometimes. You know, they've got costumes and, you know, it's like they got.
Yes.
I don't know. Let's just call it for what it is. They're just looking to make money
Yeah.
and to virtue signal
And-
to get.
And it was showing some stuff that the kid was making money. People were handing the kid dollar bills on some of the ones that we've seen.
Right.
I mean, that's the only other place I know that happens is in strip clubs. So
Exactly. They're right there on the stage.
Yeah.
You know?
Provocatively, that is our kid. And the video just happens to be where he's doing his reveal and ripping the cape off. Now we know that we have to speak because it is directly addressing our family. On that day, it was just going to be the two of us speaking. He did want to come and he did want to wear his fancy new dress that he had just gotten. Jen got her turn to speak.
My son has a love for all things glitter, sparkle, and sass. They literally make his beautiful blue eyes light up.
I got my turn to speak. We allowed my youngest son to perform and dance. Asa turned to me and whispered in my ear, "Can I sit in the chair and speak too?" And I said, "Yes, you can. We can do it, but you need to be 100% sure." He's in a room full of people and talking to people that he's never met before. And he said, "Yeah, I do want to speak, but can you sit next to me?" And I said, "That's not a problem. I'm sure they will allow that." I have no idea what he's going to say. I don't even know if he knew what he was going to say at that point.
My name is Asa. I think drag is a good thing. It makes me happy, and I really like it, and I really like dance tunes. pretending to sing, dressing up as a girl.
I knew that I had to.
Okay, according to that boy, he likes drag. It makes him happy, and everything. Okay, well, there's a lot of things in life that make the average person happy. That doesn't necessarily mean it's good for them. That you can be happy eating fast food, eating snack foods, Oreos. You can be happy eating those, but they're not healthy for you.
Yeah.
Just like this isn't healthy for the kid
Right.
growing up.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have much else to add there, you know?
Gave him some questions. I said, how does drag make you feel? He went to that mic and he said, how does it make you feel?
Powerful. Powerful.
When he said powerful to me, that was like, whew, the weight of that word just hit me so hard because I still wasn't sure where I was at with performing drag at that point. Is it worth the fear that comes along with it? And he says powerful, and I'm like, dude, I'm here with you all the way now. I am here with you, and we are going to fight tooth and nail to let you do this because I want you to always feel powerful. That should not be taken away from you.
Asa is having the opportunity to perform Omaha's Heartland Pride. Asa is the only youth performing.
This is the CHI Health Center. It's a big arena, 18,000 seats. Ready, let's go pick at the stage.
I think there's a few misconceptions that happen with Asa doing drag. I think that one of the biggest ones is that he's forced to do this.
Whoa, look, there's even seats all the way up top.
Oh, yeah.
I never had a stage like this.
Yes, as Dr. Rotten just said, not necessarily forced, but influenced to a very high degree, and I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, like verbal coercion, you know, and it's like in reward, they reward all the bad behavior, basically.
Yes, they do.
They get extra attention where it's not due, and so,
Yes.
I mean, it's not. I guess grooming. I guess grooming.
Yeah,
is,
grooming.
probably
That's a
the
good
most
one.
accurate term to describe what's happening.
I know.
Really, it's just a passion of his, and it's the same thing we would do with any passion any of our children have.
All right, shall we go back to the dressing room and get your face on? When all the big stars come and do their concerts here in Omaha, this is the stage they perform on, and we weren't planning on this at all. This was like a spur-of-the-moment thing today. They said, there's a spot open. Do you guys want it? And we were like, yes, and jumped right over it.
So we're lucky.
We are lucky. This is by far the biggest venue that Lulu's ever performed in. How do you feel right now? You're about to go out on the biggest stage you've ever been on and fallen asleep. We are just stunned by these kind of moments, and he doesn't seem to be phased. Lulu's just like, I'm gonna go have fun.
It's like he was born to do this. It's snoring. Asa.
Oh, yeah, how much are you working on?
Oh. It's almost time.
The other misconception is that it is something nefarious and dirty. It really is no different than anything that happens at a dance recital.
Daddy, this is green apple.
I think that people have a hard time understanding drag if they've never been around it.
You want to shake it and see if it moves?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they said that this is no different than like dance and recitals and stuff, and yes, it is. It is way different.
We were dance parents for 3 years with our son, and we saw the
Yes.
hard work and dedication that goes into it, and none of it was this.
No.
It was not about the pageantry. It was about the work and the
Yes.
skill and the effort that goes into it. It was not a dance recital. This is not a dance recital. Like I said, they don't throw money at you at a dance recital.
No, they don't.
You have a choreographed, strict performance.
Exactly.
Not just to go out there and wing it.
Well, that's what I
you
was
know?
gonna say. It looks like he just goes out there and just whatever the hell he wants to,
Right.
and just has fun.
And gets a bunch of
And the dance recitals are very much choreographed. Very much you have to be on point with other people.
So you see, they're working him really hard, and they're making money off of him, but they're actually not teaching him any real discipline.
Exactly.
You know? So it's like
Exactly.
It's, just, it's a recipe for bad.
Or yeah, it is.
There is indecent drag, but it doesn't happen in front of children.
It's not like, surprise, there's kids in the front row now. I think you're next. So let's go. This kid's just having fun.
It's genuine.
It's pure joy.
Scream and shout and let it all out for Lulu's lovely twirl.
And does what he wants to do, which is to twirl just to have fun and create his art. Is he the best performer out there? No. He's still learning. He's still working. He's going to evolve. He's a kid.
We get told a lot from performers and people in the community that people do kind of see Lulu as hope of what's to come for the future in the community.
The children are our future.
If he would continue down this path in his life, there's always going to be hate and hurt, whether it started now or later. What we're doing now is teaching him to stand in his own light and know that he's loved and supported unconditionally.
Yes, you are supposed to protect your children.
They're gonna know what hurt is eventually, but why you gotta try to bring it on him so much earlier?
Yeah,
I mean,
you don't.
And he knew when he was 4, supposedly.
I know. And that's just it. That's what kills me the most, is these parents saying, well, yeah, my kid knew at the age of 4, or, no, they did not. If they're telling you that, yes, they want to do it, it's because they are following what you are saying, they are following the joy that you are expressing, they are following you as a parent.
And hope that gives him the foundation to overcome the hate. People will ask us, what if at some point he's done and over with all this? People have been like, and then what? Hello, princess. You've set him up to have this haunt him for the rest of his life. We've talked about it, and at the end of the day, we've raised a good ally, and he's done nothing wrong. How would you feel if we told you that you couldn't be Lulu anymore?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, she said everything that you need to hear in that last sentence. She said that we talked it over and we raised a good ally. Not kid, not future, not we've raised somebody that we're gonna be, proud of and all the time, yada yada. No. Raised a good ally. For her shenanigans.
Yeah, you would think that she would say, if people say, okay, well, what happens when it's all said and done, when it's all over, you'd be like, okay, well, then it's all said and done, it's all over, and move on to the next thing that he's interested in.
Exactly.
If it was genuinely about what he was interested in, then that would be the appropriate response.
That would.
But no, it's like, oh, we raised a good ally. You mean you've indoctrinated a new little, fembot into your army.
Another robot. Yeah.
Mess. Well, sad and mad. Because I really like drag and they don't want to stop.
And ladies and gentlemen, you see that look that that kid gave. How would you feel? I would feel, and he's like, mad because he's watching what his parents are saying. He's watching them. And, the father probably mouthed mad. Like he had to coach him.
I have another one in there about that.
In the courtroom, too. Yeah. Because, well, he just wouldn't talk right if not. Well, because that's not him.
Right, he shouldn't have been trying to talk in front of all those people. There was one of the ones that you covered previously, there was that trans girl that's, I think, from Texas or something, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do because she can't be trans there. And she, too, she was only 8 years old, and she was this great activist, this, huge social following, and hated it, and went in front of legislation, and talked in front of courts, and tried to advocate for others like him. Her,
I know.
I can't remember. I think it was a him that they were parading around as a her, and just was not into it at all.
No.
It's such bull.
It is.
It's just about living in the moment and what's exciting for right now, and I think wherever that takes us is where we go.
We talked over half.
I think I can see your beard. I see.
You can see my beard? Oh no!
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's your...
Okay, we're gonna bring you in.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be bringing Guru into the conversation on this one.
This is about the only
This is a 6-minute one, so you can go afterwards, but let's see here.
Move. Sit next to Dad.
Yep. Okay. My awesome 13-year-old
co-host.
Older Whoopi
This is
Productions.
literally the only age-appropriate video that we have for him. So.
Yeah.
Older Whoopi Productions. If I need to subscribe to that.
All right, you ready?
I guess.
Hey,
Nico.
Miko, I'm Isabella. What's your name?
Kristen.
Kristen? Nice to meet you. I'm Isabella. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Are you nervous?
Yes.
How come? Do I look scary? Do you know what I am? No? I'm a drag queen. Have you ever heard of a drag queen before? No?
What is a drag queen?
A drag queen is someone who expresses themselves creatively through performance. So dress up in wild costumes, big wigs, crazy makeup, and then get on stage and perform and entertain people.
And I know why you're speaking like that.
Like what?
Like, you look like you would speak in a different way,
Yeah?
but now you're speaking different. So now I know we're a boy.
I'm a boy.
All right, these kids are so confused,
I know.
not knowing what to do.
It's like me being roped into it.
What's your reaction to all this so far?
What the hell is it wearing on his legs? Is that leggings or something? That's what's getting me is they're supposed to represent ladies, but all of these drag queens that I see, they sit with their legs still open and stuff, and
I
it's
know.
like they don't know how to sit right. So it's like
Yeah, I don't know if this one has leggings on. That's what he was asking.
I don't know.
It's leggings or
I don't know. I didn't get a good look earlier, but it's just.
All right, I'm a boy.
yeah.
I'm a boy.
Wait,
You didn't think I was a boy?
I've been thinking.
You thought I was a girl?
I've been thinking
No, I'm a
you're
boy. How do you feel about that?
A little bit weirded out, but like a little interesting.
Interesting? It's a lot to think about.
Do you always dress up as a girl?
Not always, only when I'm performing. I usually live most of my life in jeans and a t-shirt and a backwards ball cap.
That's really cool. So you're
Wow.
gay?
I am. Good question.
Did you curl your eyelashes?
I did. I use an eyelash curler. But yeah, your previous question, I am gay. I came out of the closet when I was 21
Yeah.
years old.
What's coming out of the closet means?
Coming out of the closet means when you tell everybody that you're gay. It's something that gay people have to do.
Do you have to be gay to do drag?
No, anybody can do drag. Drag is for anybody and everybody who wants to put on a fun costume and get up on stage and entertain people. Everybody should try drag at least once.
Okay, now telling kids that, in my opinion, is one of the worst things that you can do because that's not what drag is. It's not just about getting on stage in clothes and
No,
parading around.
that was wrong because they're not specifying that it's the opposite sex. It's
Yes.
the clothing of the opposite sex.
So I
You
mean,
know?
a kid is gonna get up on stage in a like a Superman costume and
I'm in
I'm in
drag.
drag. It's like, no, it's like you need to be clear with kids.
Are you gay? I know, and then it's like then they moved on from that question, and then he brought it back around
Yes.
to that, and then that one little girl asked,
What
"What's
does
coming
come
out?"
out of the closet mean?
And it, yeah, that's like basically sex education.
Yeah, that's not something that he should have answered.
And now, I don't know if it's gonna show like up real good, but what he's about to say is everybody should try drag at least once in their life.
Yeah, he was just saying that.
Yeah, and then watch what the kids say.
It's really fun.
Even kids?
Yeah, there's actually quite a few kids that are starting to do drag.
Do dogs do drag?
Do dogs do drag? I mean, they can. You can dress a dog up in a dress and take them on stage with you.
So, why did you want to get to be a drag queen?
Why did I want to be a drag queen?
Or what's your inspiration?
Great questions. I first went and saw a drag show and thought it was really fun. And so I started playing with makeup and wigs and costumes and things and then started performing and just fell in love with performing. I love being on stage. I've been a singer my entire life. Do you like to sing?
Yeah.
What do you like to sing?
I like to sing Moana.
Moana? What about you? Do you like to dance?
A little.
A little? Just a little bebopping?
I like to do this dance called the floss.
What's that?
Like this.
Oh, the backpack kid dance. Yeah. It's called the floss?
Yeah, because it looks like you're flossing your teeth.
Oh, I get it. I'm into it.
Where did you get this sword? The sword.
This dress, I had a designer make it for me.
What?
Yeah.
Is that costume?
It is. Everything that I wear, I refer to as a costume.
Like Halloween?
It's kind of like Halloween every day. That's what I get to do for my job, is Halloween every day.
Except the candy part, there's no candy.
Sometimes there's candy.
Yeah, are your eyelashes real
Wow.
fake?
Oh, they're definitely fake. I glued them onto my eye.
Glued?
Yeah,
What about the gems over there?
I glued those on too.
What about the lipstick?
The lipstick I just painted on.
Paint?
Yeah, and then I tapped glitter into it.
Glitter?
Yeah, glitter. I like everything to sparkle a little bit.
Oh,
I say if you're not sparkling, you're not trying. Right? Do you ever wear sparkly things?
Not really.
Not really. How come you don't wear anything sparkly?
Because I think some people at school make fun of me.
Well, those people, their opinions aren't important.
Do people ever make fun of you?
When I was younger, people did, but that's because, kids do that. Kids can be mean. There's been a
Okay, now that person says, when I was younger, people used to make fun of
They
me.
still do.
They still do.
They still
I mean, let's get real to these kids.
Exactly.
Yes, I get made fun of daily.
Exactly.
And it's just how you come across
Right.
that changes the situation.
And it's like, I don't know. This kid says a couple things that are just kind of sad, but it's like, at least they're reasonable. you
Yeah.
know?
few times that I've encountered people that weren't quite as nice and were a little bit judgmental.
I know what to do.
What?
I know what to do. Just don't speak, because then they think you're like a real one.
Don't you think I should just be myself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever wish you were a girl?
I don't. I like being a boy, but I enjoy dressing up like a girl. It's really fun.
What does your family think about your job?
At first, they were a little unsure of it. They didn't quite understand what I was doing. But as they learned more, they've opened up more to it. What would your family say if you were a drag queen?
Get out of this house.
Really?
That's what my dad would say.
Well, you can change people's minds.
Yeah. I'm pretty much not weirded out now.
You're not?
Yeah, I'm
Good.
comfortable.
Anybody can do anything they want. If they want to wear a dress, that's fine.
You just
If they
need
wanna
to
wear
believe.
pants. Yeah. I just
Do you have an opinion to say now?
I'm lost.
That's the
I
whole
don't-
thing, you know?
It's not how it works.
They're just trying to normalize it. They're just trying
Yes.
to normalize all of this stuff. So it's like even the kids like, oh, I'm not as uncomfortable now. Oh, good. And you can just tell that this guy, he gets so giddy when they're talking about his glittery stuff and all this.
Yes.
He's getting validation, and it's cheap validation because it's coming from children that don't have any business.
Exactly.
Like, even knowing any of this stuff. What? You don't. It's true, but it's like it's there in your life.
I can go trash talk people now, and because my opinion doesn't matter.
I didn't say your opinion doesn't matter, but they have no need to have an opinion about this
Yes.
sort of thing.
That's true.
It's like when you treat a person with respect, but you don't have to like glorify them and act like, oh, that's cool and all that. It's like it's just
Exactly.
if it's just a job, it's just a job.
Yeah.
And like most drag queens, it is just a job, or at least the drag queens that I knew, it was just a job. You go and you do your job, and then you go and you have your normal life. But now they're wearing their drag all the time.
I know.
Like,
I know. That's
They're wearing their drag to do charity work, and that little kid, that 6-year-old kid, they said, is there a difference between you and your drag character? And he says no.
I know. And like
It's
this
a
one,
lifestyle.
this one here says that it doesn't want to be a female, likes being a male, but just likes dressing up.
Yeah.
So what's the
payoff?
the correlation, or
I don't know.
I mean,
guess
what-
some people just like, I don't know, the girl's clothes, the height, I don't know. But he's like, he's just like totally disinterested in this stuff because it's like it's just not an area, an avenue for young minds, It's
exactly.
like,
I
you
just
can
threw
just
up in my mouth.
What?
Yeah, there's
I threw up in my mouth.
there's like a minute left.
Yeah, I did this, yeah.
Minute.
Thank you, Isabel.
Thank you guys. It was great to meet you. It's so good to meet you. Yeah. I'll see you later.
See you later.
That was
I'm
creepy.
Isabella Exton, and thank you for watching Kids Meet a Drag Queen. If you want to know more about me, check down below in the description box and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Christian Mingle, all of them. And if you want to see more Kids Meet videos,
Wow.
click right here.
When I see a grown man dressed up as
Your boy Guru's out with this.
Sorry, on your way. Okay, is this
The War on Drag Queen Story Hour.
okay, so this one is good. I don't know if you want to try and get to your other one though.
Yeah. It's like 16 minutes.
This one is interesting. I'll give you a quick recap. It was like this is British what I was telling you about, and they were doing a from a British perspective on what's going on in America.
Yeah.
They go to the deep south and they're talking about like they're trying to ban the story time and everything. And they do go over some of the other books that are in there. And they keep trying to just bring up, they're saying, like, isn't gun control more important? How many people have actually died because of the trend, or not, I don't keep trying to the drag queens, reading to kids, how many people have died as compared to how many times you've had, like, gun shootings? And it's like,
yes.
They were bringing it all back around to gun control somehow. And it was like, those are two totally different freaking things. We're talking about a long-term psychological effect compared to a sudden death because of somebody not knowing how to use a gun properly and having mental issues. It's like there's a two totally different ends of the spectrum.
They are.
So, that's what that one's about, basically. So we'll come back around to that one.
Yeah, we'll do that on another special that we do.
So you have to get over to your...
Yeah, let's see, guys. We had a lot lined up here, ladies and gentlemen.
And the
so
new one probably
the Matt Walsh... Couple from Matt Walsh. There was this one too that we never got to.
Yeah, there's a couple, so we definitely have enough for next time.
Yeah. Okay, this is it right here. 17 minutes, so it'll take us over our time, but
normal.
it's cool.
We're still doing good though, because it's not even 7. It's about 7.
Yeah. Alright. Anything to say before we...
No, you know how to make it full screen though, right?
No.
Okay, when it starts playing, just swipe to the side.
Megan Fox has always been an unconventional mother, but now she's being accused of changing her kids against their will. Megan Fox had her first of 3 sons in 2012 named Noah, which many people in the media noticed does wear dresses. Megan Fox claims that
There we go.
Okay.
Fixed it.
Noah started to like wearing dresses when he was 2 years old, and from that she's always allowed him to do so. People have noticed something unusual to this, and that's that all 3 of Megan Fox's sons do tend to dress in more feminine outfits. It led to an accusation by conservative activist Robbie Starbuck saying he once witnessed Megan Fox kids at a park saying they were forced to wear women's clothing. While that claim could be questionable, Megan Fox has admitted she has had her other sons wear dresses to not make her oldest son Noah feel left out. People have noticed when the kids are with their dad Brian Austin Green, they do tend to dress less feminine and also do appear to be happy.
Our daughter is 10 years old. She started letting us know that she was transgender really before she could even speak.
The baby is gay. Yeah, this is him. He's gay.
My daughter's gay too.
Look, gay, you dickhead.
I had to put that one in there. Hello everyone, if you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If this is your second, third, fourth time watching one of my videos and you are not yet subscribed, we already go together. Okay, make it official and hit that subscribe button. On my channel, I talk about trending topics, social commentary, literally whatever interests me. My channel is unapologetically random. Today, however, I'm going to be reacting to some people who probably should have protective services called on them.
The police.
Yeah, today I'm going to be reacting to some woke parenting videos. So without further ado, let's begin.
Are you ready? I'm ready. On the 6th of March, we welcomed a boy called Arlo and a girl called Emerald.
This is a girl. And can you remember your face just like lighting up like this is amazing. And then the next thing was on, this is a boy. And it was like jackpot, one of each. This is the perfect combination here.
Yeah. Look at Daddy flipping. So now they're 4 years old and they identify as 2 boys. The first time that I realised Stormy wanted to identify as male was about roughly 2.5. But it's not really, he said, I want to be a boy. He said, I am a boy.
I will never understand for the life of me why parents give so much authority to...
Okay, so now we've got these ones where it was a twins male and female, and the female is quote unquote telling the parents that that wants to be a boy.
No, is a boy.
Is a boy, yeah.
Is a boy, just like
I mean,
straight up.
a 2-year-old has no concept
Gender.
of gender at this point.
It's like, I mean, it's like you get biology.
Yes.
You know, but Stephanie, you know, she always used to say
I know.
that. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know, that's probably a bad example.
Yeah, because they're about as woke as you can get.
Right. So it's
before we knew what woke was.
She probably will become trans at some point.
Oh yeah,
here,
probably, especially with the way that Jen is.
Right. You know, it's like you said, woke before I knew woke was a thing. But
Yep.
yeah, I mean, there's plenty of kids that I knew that say those sorts of things, and they grow up to be totally normal and
Yes.
totally respective of their gender identity.
Toddlers. Children are stupid, okay? No offense to all the parents watching. I'm sure your children are lovely, okay? But they're stupid. I was once a stupid little girl. When I was 4 years old, I was the flower girl in my aunt's wedding, and my older cousin, who was a boy, was the ring bearer. They had the wedding, you know, they say their vows, they kiss, blah, blah, blah. And now we leave the church and we get into the limo. And it was me, my cousin, my aunt, and her husband in the limo. And I remember staring out the window of the car, bawling my eyes out. I was crying. And I don't even think to this day anybody knows why I was crying. I still remember this so vividly. I was staring out the window and I was crying because I was under the impression that I had to be their child. I thought my older cousin was going to become my brother, and my aunt was going to become my mom, and her husband was going to become my father. I was 4 years old, and I didn't understand that they could have sex and make their own children, which eventually they did. Children don't understand shit. So it just boggles my mind how people give so much power to toddlers. A 2-year-old tells you that they think they're a dragon.
We are parents, and
Yes.
I don't know why people give their fucking kids so much authority. What do you want? You know, it's like, oh,
I
he
know.
told me that, you know, it's like, no, dude.
Well, it's like she gets into it more here in just a little bit about even the changing of diapers and asking permission.
Oh, there was one that I was gonna throw on there today, but I know you've seen it. It was like, you don't touch mommy's belly button because that's
I
my
know.
body.
I know.
And that's like, the child is like 3 months old.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's so young. Can't even like
I know, I remember.
speak or sit up on its
Yes.
own. And it's like, yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna save that one for later because I know you've been through that one before. But
Yeah,
it was all about that. I think it was on Matt Walsh's.
I think so.
And he was saying, it's like, I can't believe there's so many incredibly fucking stupid people.
Yeah, we'll get into his stuff a different day.
Yeah.
Don't take them serious. You play along, la 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 la. A 2-year-old tells you they think they're Superman. You play along, la 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 la. Your child tells you that they think that they are the opposite gender, and you take that serious. There's no such thing as a trans child. I'm sorry. Especially not a trans toddler. Children are stupid. And we were all stupid children once upon a time.
You think that parents should ask their children's consent when they are babies to change their nappy?
You know, I really love the British accent and the words that they use over there. Like, oh,
Even when dealing with animals, it's like, it's not really particularly asking for consent, but just like putting your hand like in the area that you're gonna be working with, or just little visual,
Yeah.
because it's the same thing. It's like it's not so much a consent thing, but it's so you don't just like sneak up on them and like
For sure.
rip their freaking diaper off and scare the hell out of it.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like you move slow, you put like little reassuring touches and stuff. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you do that with animals as well.
Of course.
And it's like that is basically the same thing as asking for consent. You're sitting there verbally, all right, kitty, can I touch you? Okay, I'm gonna touch you. You know, that's so fucking dumb.
It really, truly is.
It's like, I know this is your space, but I'm gonna, you know, is it okay if I,
Yes.
you know, oh my god. Give me a break.
here we say diaper. It sounds kind of harsh, but nappy. It sounds so elegant. You have to change your baby's nappy. You can't just leave them in a dirty nappy. You have to fix it.
What was that?
Anyways, the topic of asking a child permission to change their nappy is redundant on so many levels. First of all, babies have a tendency to cry when they need their diaper changed, so we can assume that the baby is granting you consent with their tears. And if the baby doesn't cry but needs a new diaper, if you don't change it, that's abuse and you're a monster. So really the consent is irrelevant because you have to do it anyways. But let's say in a hypothetical world, a 3-year-old baby could give you permission to change their shitty diaper, and you ask them and they say no. Are you going to leave it? No. If you're a good parent, no, you're going to change it anyway. So the idea of consent to change a baby's nappy is stupid. Now, I will say that I agree with the topic of consent, but not in the way that this lunatic is a parent should be in the habit of allowing children who are old enough boundaries. Like, I always hate it when parents force children to kiss someone, hug someone, sit on someone's lap, or any type of intimate physical contact without giving the child the opportunity to say no, I don't want to, and respecting the child's decision, especially because some people are weirdos, and sometimes those weirdos are a part of your family and friend circle, and you don't even know. So I agree that discussing consent with a child is a good idea. You know, me personally, if someone tells their child to give me a hug and the child doesn't want to, it doesn't bother me. If they're more comfortable, you know, giving me props or giving me a high five, I'll do that. And I respect their space because I think that it's healthy. But asking a baby consent to change their diaper is literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
This is Ari, Gwendolyn, and Brinifer.
Yes.
They are in a polyamorous relationship, and they all parent Hazel and Sparrow.
We have a 2-year-old anti-gender baby and a 10-year-old who is non-binary.
I must say, the Rainbow Mafia is full of the most imaginative people on the planet. It's quite astonishing how they have taken 2 genders and made a list of 1,000 made-up genders, all originating from the only 2 genders that actually exist. Like, what the f*** is anti-gender? I have to Google this.
Anti-gender, a label for children being raised without an assigned gender.
I cannot.
They have chosen not to disclose Sparrow's gender.
We don't know it yet. It's something that Sparrow's going to have to figure out, and then...
Yeah, we were just going over with that. That should be about the same thing as a non-binary person.
Yeah.
But I don't know if maybe because the UK they were talking about, it could mean differently over there.
I don't know if this one's from the UK,
I don't either.
but I don't know. Go ahead.
Tell us.
I suspect Sparrow is a boy in actuality, and my assumption stems from the fact that they are all dead set on being gender bending, trans, non-binary, and since they have Sparrow dressed and groomed like a girl, Sparrow probably isn't a girl. Also, the editors, they think they're slick. I saw what they did. There's a point in the video where the mother is talking about Sparrow's genitalia, and the editors chose to use a clip of her walking with a banana, peeling the banana, giving Sparrow the banana. I saw what you did.
They're anti-gender, but we're using they, them pronouns. Sure, they have anatomy, we understand it, but like, that's not indicative of their identity.
The other reason that I think that Sparrow is a boy is because I actually found a clip that's more recent. Playground, and Sparrow has very masculine tendencies, is starting to look more masculine in the face, and there's actually an interview that the mother did where she accidentally slipped up and said Sparrow's gender.
So instead of using he or she, we're using they and them for this baby's pronouns. And
She accidentally called Sparrow he, because despite the fact trying to act like the pronoun police, even she knows that having a penis makes you a boy.
Gotcha, bitch.
Needs help, and her autogyrophilic partners need help as well.
The parents educate their children differently from regular schools.
Hazel schools themselves. Hazel is very led in what they do. I basically just try to keep up with them.
So typically, how many hours of study a day do the kids do?
Honestly, probably not more than 1 or 2 where we're at a table doing what looks like typical academics. The rest of the time, it's a lot more natural, fun learning. We don't force them to homeschool. We did it because at the time that's what they wanted, and we're always going to be following their lead on that.
All of this is nonsense. They are clearly projecting their own beliefs onto their children. The irony of woke parenting is that it is completely void of what parenting is. as a parent, it is your responsibility to give your child guidance, structure, teach your child discipline. This thruple is doing the exact opposite. I wouldn't be surprised if Sparrow ends up having an identity crisis when he's older because his parents dressed him up as a girl and told him he had no gender and needed to figure it out for himself.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
I do get this comment a lot. Edie, it's been 6 years since you've been a girl. Is it a phase?
You found these people.
Yep.
I know, I didn't think so.
No. There's only some way we can go back in time and test it.
Wait, what about Dre? He's 5 and he's a boy.
Alright, let's see if we can convince Dre to be a girl.
Alright, buddy, I'm gonna put this little wig on you, okay?
No, I don't want it to be weird.
No, we're just gonna put, no, Dre! Listen to me, I will give you a brand new car.
What is it? You're creating a paper tiger to tear it down, you know, it's like, oh, see, we can't force somebody to be that way.
Yeah, no.
It takes time. And you took time with the first one. You
Yeah.
know, and it's like, I remember that one because he too had struggled with that and wished that
Yeah,
somebody had.
I did a thing on his story too. He had said a whole thing about his life.
Yeah.
And about what he wanted.
Right.
So he portrayed it onto his kids.
Yeah, it's like just suppressed.
Yes.
That he hasn't dealt with, and he just like painted it on that. It's like okay.
Exactly.
I gotta pee. So. Go ahead. I listen.
If you put this wig on. No, come on. No.
I put 1,000.
1,000 Robux. Okay, you're gonna put this on, I'll give you 1,000 Robux.
Oh, he's
1,000
such
Robux?
a pretty girl. You see, for a moment, he was actually willing to wear the wig until the mom ruined it by going, "Oh, such a pretty girl." But he was persuaded. I don't think the father is proving the point he thinks he's proving. So this father has a whole TikTok page featuring his children, and he especially parades around his trans child, Edie. So Edie is a biological boy who identifies as a girl. And Edie is constantly in the videos wearing provocative clothing, wearing belly tops, short shorts. This is just one example of the types of videos that he posts on his TikTok page starring his trans child.
This is my daughter Edie, and she's got a big problem.
I've got a big problem.
She got invited to a big party tonight, but she doesn't know what to wear. That's a good idea. Let's put on a fashion show.
It's trying too hard.
That's even
Yeah.
Leave comments, guys, if you like this one. However your favorite one is. Let me know in the comments below.
I wonder how much money they're making off of these creepy TikTok videos. Regardless of how your child identifies, when you dress your child in a provocative manner.
Okay. Want to come through?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we got like 5 minutes left, so let's see what this is.
And you put it on the internet, you are a terrible parent. Do you know how many predators there are on the internet, let alone TikTok? Just a little side note, these creeps have lingo that they use, so if you ever see these comments on a video, you know what it's about. There's people that will leave comments or they will make accounts and they will use terms like goons, gooners, goonies, anything of that nature. Those are pedos. That's code that they use, and TikTok has a problem where pedos will go around TikTok collecting videos of minors and they compile them onto accounts with these types of code names, and other creeps will go and they'll find these videos and they'll watch these unsuspecting children, but they are the people who are compiling these videos, they're not doing it, oh, because it's so cute, haha, look at these cute children. No, they're doing it because they are creeps and they are sexualizing these children. And you'll see comments in the comment section of them bartering with each other. Hey, DM me and we can trade. We can trade this explicit content, this explicit child content. This is a problem on TikTok. TikTok has been doing a lot to prevent it, but these people, they keep changing the lingo that they use so that they can do it more discreetly. Another lingo that they use is level. They will say things like level 7, level 14, level 16. They're not talking about games. What they are doing is they are talking about the age of the minor that they are ogling. They're guessing. Instead of saying, oh, do you think she's 17? Do you think he's, 14? Do you think he's 11? Rather than, saying those things outright, they will leave comments like level 7, level 6, level 4. So just a little note to the parents out there. If you see those types of content on TikTok, that's what they're talking about, and report those accounts.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello. This one.
So tell me. Yeah? You're? So do we still have to hide who we are? No, silly. We don't have to hide anymore. We haven't hid in a long time. Really? Our dad? He made sure of that. And he still does. See you next year.
I think the real problem here is not that this child is trans, but that the father is in the closet.
Why are you gay?
Again.
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Sir, live in your truth. It's okay. It's 2024. Stop projecting onto your child and just come out. Okay?
Yep.
Crystal returns the favour by nursing Stephanie's son when she babysits, and the friends believe they have an ideal situation.
It's convenient for me because it's hard to leave him with anyone who doesn't nurse because he doesn't like to take a cup or a bottle, and it gives him more comfort and he feels more secure if he's with somebody that can nurse him.
I know that my daughter is still getting the comfort from nursing while I am away, and she's also getting all the benefit, nutrition. I don't believe Ariana will become too attached to Stephanie. I feel like even if she wasn't breastfeeding Ariana, that there would still be some kind of attachment because we're always together.
Although in the past, wet nursing was more common, nowadays it can be a controversial subject.
I think that is an issue because that's not their mother and you don't know what that other person has inside of them, like HIV, AIDS, chlamydia, yeast infection, gonorrhea. I have a sister. I would not want my sister to be like, here, breastfeed my child. That's not sanitary.
I wouldn't do that because it's a little awkward for me. Because it's someone else's kid on my private area.
I don't necessarily see anything wrong with it. I mean, it's biology. I just don't see why it would make much of a difference.
Crystal.
Okay, so we got two other women that talk about it, and they're like, yeah, that's weird. Then there's a guy. I don't see anything wrong with it.
There's the bonding is the main issue.
Yeah, for sure.
And cats nurse each other's kittens.
They do. They trade off and they help each other.
And if there's a situation where, say a woman can't produce milk and she's, got a sister or somebody close to her that's also, then I can see that.
Yes, for sure.
And if you can't produce milk or if you're just unhealthy or something, I guess I can see that, but just because she literally used the word convenient. And it's my mind was right out the window. It was like, it's convenient for me. It's just more convenient. And the minute that you say that, then it's like, I know it's not done for the right reason.
Exactly.
And I don't even know how that woman is even really producing anything. But
I don't either.
I don't know.
Alright, finish
I can't have to stop. Listen. These women are breastfeeding teenagers. You see how big those kids are? Well, they're teenagers.
Yeah.
These women are sharing their titties with the children. I can't. I cannot. The next generation is doomed. Okay, if you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you are not yet subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Help me. Help me, okay? hit the subscribe button. If you like this video and you'd like to see more content just like it, I will have 2 more videos for you in the end cards. I will also have my links to my social media in the description box down below. I have an Instagram that you can follow me on. I have a Patreon if you would like to support my channel monetarily. I have a Twitter that I don't really use. But all that will be in the description box down below. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I had special guest Guru, Wolfboy Productions, help me out today. I have Daughter of Otten as always, my lovely wife. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there and to my crew here. I'm very, very blessed to have the life that we have, and I hope that everybody enjoys their day and enjoyed this episode. Namaste, blessed be. Now watch me as I try to undo
what you've done.
Yeah. Stop streaming.